Well, my friends, Chelsea did it against Liverpool and beat them in the extra time again. Liverpool weapon have has been used against them recently. They have been winning so far in the Premier League in the last few minutes in the extra time, and now they are suffering from the same situation. This can tell us one thing and one thing only is Liverpool could have lost or draw those games. Now, what is the issue of Liverpool in a few minutes, I would say, or seconds? The issue, clearly, in my opinion, is position number two and number three absent in Liverpool. You take Szoboszlai to help, then you lose efficiency in the midfield. You have Kirkez on the left side. Kirkez is not he's not a an offensive defender, if that makes any sense. He doesn't have that offensive what Liverpool really needs. Kirkez is a player that you can use to defend, and I can tell you, if Kirkez was in the position of Robinson, he could have saved that. But Kirkez cannot do the job that Robinson does offensively. So this is a bad investment from Liverpool in this position. First, that's one. Number two, losing Alexander Arnold and could not find a right back, a a real number two, which is a big challenge for a lot of teams in the world. There are very few good players in that position, and that's what we see. Liverpool is struggling, and that's why Szoboszlai goes and help there. So the other big mistake, in my opinion, that Liverpool made is letting Lucho Diaz leave Liverpool. If you can afford to pay what you paid for Isaac and what you paid for Verts, why do you let? Why don't you extend the contract for Lucho Diaz and pay him what he wanted? Yeah, why didn't you do that? And you don't need to bring two expensive players; just bring one. You could have honestly, you could have brought Isaac and you'll have a good number nine because you let the other guy go. What's his name? Nuno, or not Nuno? uh, Nunez. Yeah, that's not Nuno. Nunez. Yeah. So this is honestly, it's Liverpool is really in a really a big pickle now. The coach, this is what, in my opinion, needs to do. The coach needs to rely on the old players, like on the left side where Kirkes plays. You need to let Robinson play in the beginning, give that pressure, give that offensive need to help those guys in the front. Then, if Liverpool can score, then you take Robinson out, you put Kirkes to defend because that's what he knows to do. When you watch Kirkes playing, even when Liverpool is pressing, what does he do? He always whenever he has the ball, he always look back, try to find somebody to the side. He doesn't know to go forward. I said this before. He always tries to find somebody in the back. And this is a big problem for Liverpool because if Liverpool is going to control the ball, but they cannot be efficient because they have a player like Kirkes who doesn't have an offensive mentality because he was in a good position today, and instead of taking his time and crossing the ball properly, he just crossed it so fast in a really awkward, weak way. So this is the left side of Liverpool. The right side is a big problem because you play Bradley and you don't trust Bradley, so you bring Szoboszlai to help him. Szoboszlai leaves his position. You rely on Verts, who now 7 games could not really make any difference in the game. Then you have Frimpong who got injured, and also Frimpong, when he plays in the front, he plays close to Salah. At least he has an offensive mentality. Um, Different from Kirkes. It is a really difficult situation. I think Liverpool are in now. I don't know how they are going to figure out this big problem. Now we can talk about Salah also. Salah has been criticized recently for his performance, for his lack of performing, not scoring, um, not assisting. I mean, today he had a beautiful one with outside of his foot, but Isak could not convert it to a goal. Um, he had few shots that they were not accurate. Let's be honest, he should have done better in those situations. But if you look at the big picture of Salah, he can't really do so much, right? The where I do one twos, the fast play Liverpool used to do, totally absent. So what is the spaces that Salah needs? Totally absent. Now teams all they play against Liverpool, they play defensively. Chelsea played defensively today. They could not open the play with Liverpool. They opened it actually, to be honest, from time to time, but generally they were playing the back. Crystal Palace playing the back, Newcastle playing the back. Everybody is playing in the back against Liverpool because they know between brackets Liverpool offensively it's gonna be dangerous. And if you give them space, they're gonna be dangerous. We saw some hints in the first games in Liverpool in the Premier League to be honest. So this is a big problem, I think, for Liverpool now. How are they going to solve this issue? That is the big question. Again, my suggestion to Mr. Slot is to use the old players, the players that have been playing together for a while, to use them as the first or the start 11, and then you start to bring in the new guys. However, I would say you play Ikitike in the beginning because Ikitike proved himself. If Verts proved himself, we would Liverpool wouldn't have this issue. Isaac is newer, so he's trying, I would say. Kirkes did not prove himself. Kirkes proved himself against Arsenal when Arsenal was pressing Liverpool and Liverpool played defensively in that game. So he works in that system. He is a traditional defender, traditional number three, I believe. So yeah, that's the only solution. Play Robinson in the beginning, score goals. Take Robinson is gonna be tired. Then have Kirkes defend in that section. Verts, I will not start him. You paid so much money for him, but the guy is only 2020. He's only 22 years old. So it's a big investment for the future. I would, what can I say? I would, just introduce him slowly to the game, to the team. And then that way, maybe you can guarantee that Liverpool will be able to be a strong team because you are in a transitional period. We understand that, but you have to be careful so as not to lose points because in the last game you lost points in extra time. Same thing today, you lost points in extra time. And to be honest, Chelsea was not really. They were organized, let's be honest, but they were not a strong team. Like they weren't. I didn't feel that Chelsea was like the old Chelsea, like before, even in the club era when Liverpool went to play in Chelsea, it was a very hard game. It was not a walk in the park for them. But today you can see Liverpool in the second half, they were doing well. And I guess Chelsea, because of their injuries, that didn't help them either. But I don't know. These are my thoughts about Liverpool situation. I think they need to really sit down and go back to the drawing board, start with the old guys, then bring in the new guys. Anyway, my friends, these are my thoughts about Liverpool situation. And let's see what Mr. Arne Slot is going to do. and let's see how the players are going to react because they are the champions. They should have that champion mentality and keep pushing till the end. Again, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe, and do not forget to drop me some comments. Take care and have a nice day. Bye bye.